Pro interaction for a notification. And this particular one should be relatively straightforward. I mean, you could look for inspiration in other notifications. This is not, necessarily specifying an alert or an error or what have you, but there are different ways of notifying someone of something, whether it's, a bar at the top of the page, it's a modal, it's a toast, it's any of these different ways of notifying someone that something has occurred. And you may want to think through, before you get started with this, you may want to think through the different reasons this may surface and how it may impact the different presentation. But design a subtle yet engaging way for this to present, whether it's the colors, whether it's the contrast with the background, what it does to the background, and the animation. And it could be a new message or a system update or an error, but think through why it's happening and how it happens, and consider the different states. There could be different aspects of animation. There could be how it enters, the emphasis that it provides, if it has any sort of additional animation that tries to draw attention to it, and then ensure that the interaction is clear but not disruptive to the user workflow. What I would say is ensure that it's clear but not unnecessarily disruptive to the workflow. If an alert is important enough that it needs to be potentially addressed right now, it could mean that it needs to be more disruptive. Again, have the same resources here that I do for all three of these. One is the relationship between visual design and user experience. The other is UI design patterns. And then the last one is design systems, which is a more complex topic. The other thing you may want to consider with this is, as with the first, if there are light and dark modes, if there are different contexts that require a different presentation, what this might look like on mobile versus desktop, if you're doing a desktop, or if you're doing a web application, or if you are building this for a website. But best of luck with this. This could get fairly complex, and just make it as complex as it needs to serve your purpose. Looking forward to seeing your output.